The village that vanished overnight. In the winter of 1930, something happened in a remote part of northern Canada that still puzzles historians to this very day. A small Inuit settlement called Anjikuni Village was known to fur trappers and travelers who passed through the frozen wilderness. The village sat near the icy shores of Lake Anjikuni, a harsh but beautiful region surrounded by endless snowfields and silent forests. The villagers were friendly. Travelers often described seeing smoke rising from the huts and hearing the sound of children laughing across the frozen lake. But one night, everything changed. And when a trapper arrived there in November 1930, he found something that would haunt him forever. The trapper's discovery. The trapper, Joe LaBelle, had visited the settlement many times before. The villagers knew him well, and he often stopped there for food, warmth, and conversation during his long journeys across the Arctic wilderness. That evening, as he approached the village, something felt strange. Usually he could hear dogs barking long before he arrived, but this time, there was only silence, no voices, no dogs, no smoke, no movement, just the cold wind blowing across the frozen land. At first, LaBelle assumed the villagers were asleep, but as he walked closer, a strange feeling crept over him. The village looked abandoned. Houses frozen in time. Joe LaBelle began checking the small huts scattered across the settlement. Inside the first hut, he saw something unsettling. Food sat on the table, half prepared. A pot of stew was still near the fire pit, but the fire had long gone cold. He moved to another house, and another. Each one told the same story. Clothes were left behind, tools lay scattered on the floor, meals were unfinished. It looked as if the entire village had simply vanished in the middle of daily life. But the most chilling discovery was yet to come. The starving dogs. As Label walked toward the edge of the village, he found several sled dogs tied to posts. They were dead. The animals had starved to death. This shocked him deeply, because sled dogs were the lifeline of Arctic survival. No Inuit hunter would ever abandon their dogs like this. But whoever left the village had clearly gone in a hurry, or had been forced to leave. Either way, something was terribly wrong. The graves that were opened. Joe LaBelle made his way to the small burial ground outside the village. What he saw there sent a chill through his bones. The graves had been dug open. The bodies were gone. No one knew why. There were no footprints in the snow, no signs of a struggle, just empty graves and a silent village. The mysterious blue light. According to reports from nearby travelers, several people had seen something strange in the sky around the time the village disappeared. They described a bright blue light moving across the northern sky. Some said the object moved silently over the wilderness before disappearing beyond the horizon. Could it have been a meteor, a rare natural phenomenon, or something else entirely? Even today, no one knows. The authorities investigate. When Joe LaBelle reached the nearest telegraph station, he quickly alerted the authorities. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police launched an investigation into the disappearance. Officers traveled to the remote location and searched the entire area, but what they found only deepened the mystery. There were no tracks leaving the village, no signs of violence, no clues explaining where the villagers had gone. It was as if the entire community had simply vanished. Theories that still haunt historians. Over the years, many theories have tried to explain the disappearance of Anjikuni Village. Some historians believe the story may have been exaggerated over time, possibly growing into a legend as it was retold. Others believe the villagers may have moved due to food shortages or harsh winter conditions. But critics of this explanation say it makes little sense. If the villagers had moved willingly, why leave food behind? Why abandon their dogs? Why open the graves? And why did no neighboring communities report seeing them arrive? The darker possibilities. Some people believe something far more mysterious may have occurred. A sudden natural disaster, a violent encounter with unknown visitors, or even a phenomenon that science still cannot explain. To this day, the case remains one of the strangest unsolved mysteries in northern history. The land around Lake Anjikuni eventually returned to silence. Snow covered the abandoned huts, wind erased whatever clues once existed, and the Arctic slowly swallowed the evidence. A mystery lost in the ice. Nearly a century later, the story still fascinates historians, investigators, and storytellers around the world. Did an entire village really vanish overnight? Was the story misunderstood? Or is the truth still buried somewhere beneath the frozen wilderness of northern Canada? Whatever happened on that cold winter night in 1930, the people of Anjikuni Village were never seen again, and their disappearance remains one of the most chilling mysteries the world has ever known. Subscribe to World Stories. Get educated on world history. Remember to like and share for more stories like these.